Hi and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. I hope you're as excited as I am to be here. We are playing as Duke Conrad of Franconia, who has expanded his realm to the north and to the south at times. Well, he not personally, only the northern part of the expansion is his. And we're ruling over a vast territory. And we have three sons. We are raising the first one particularly to be our heir. He's currently in Cain. So yeah, let's jump into the game and let's rumble. So our Duke is quite satisfied, I think, with him. He focuses on family, even though his wife is currently imprisoned due to her adultery. Your steward Henrietta has collected a special tithe. That's very great. 102 gold. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will invest that money wisely into a keep here. Although I can see that we also need the castle town here in Babenberg. And I hope that the technology also spreads to mine soon, so that we may upgrade things here as well. That should be very good if we could. We're still following here my cousin's man, the Duke of Friesland, basically. So yeah, my family will also inherit here this territory, which is going to be very nice. So we can leave out one woman from our prison. I think that makes sense. And how do we relate to our liege here? Our liege here is you're still good. 4 to 4, perfect. Large army, stable realm, perfect. He has the flu, a little bit stressed. Wish I could help you, liege, but you know, you should make me your steward. Peddlers are selling all sorts of food, clothing, exotic spices and luxuries, such as glass and jewelry, filled the town square with wares and shouts. There are a couple of things I could need. We're envious. So I think we are looking at other people and thinking, hey, they have something that I would like. Fairs are fun for all. The fair should be banned. Why my cousin is involved in that and why he would be irritated about that. No, I think there's a few things I would like to have because other people have them. I want them as well. Makes sense. We're trying to fabricate still a claim on Württemberg. So there's different ways we could expand. One way could also be here to the Frankfurt area or here down here in the Schwaben area. I'm thinking to expand down south. But let's see. Our king here has gotten involved himself in the Genoese. I'm still not good at my job. A Genoese war for the coast of Provence. There are two peasant families in Würzburg who have been locked in a bitter feud for generations. This conflict has now escalated to the point where it's even discussed in circles of nobility. Although this feud would normally be far beneath your notice, this could be a golden opportunity to practice some diplomacy. Do we have such an opinion about ourselves that we would be getting involved in this? A trickster, a web weaver. Sponsor a meeting between the meeting. I honestly don't know about this. I mean, I'm not shy about things. Envious, paranoid, temperate, a trickster. I think we think we could manage this, but I have like not so much expectation that we actually will. You've invited the two feuding families to a local inn, hoping to reach some kind of agreement. The peasants are seated in two opposing tables on the either side of the position in the middle. Some have brought pitchforks. One clutches the live chicken, and all of them are look moderately inbred. What kind of people are living here in Würzburg? This could be a challenge. Appeal to their sense of reason or flatter them. I think flattery is a little bit more of my realm than the diplomacy thing. I'll try to flatter them. My friends, you say, with a warm smile as you can muster. I think you know I have called your great families here. As you suffer from this tragic conflict, the entire realm suffers with you. Mention their patriotic duty or soothe their tempers. I'll try to soothe their tempers. In a firm but kind voice you say, many of you are angry. I know, you have every reason to be. Too much blood has been spilled between your families for things to be smoothed over. But there comes a time when one has to look to the future. Threatened with violence? Or Lambast their childish behavior. Threatening with violence, I think, is a bit more my forte. For dramatic effect, you put out a dagger and stab it in the middle of with all your might. Because if you do not, I can assure you that there will be no future for your families. I will personally hunt down every single one of you and make sure that the peasants shoot you down. It looks like things are getting violent. Oh no. You barely have time to dodge the chicken someone hurls your way. With a howl, the two families leap over their tables and throw themselves at each other, with you caught in the middle, clothed with thorn and you're covered in bruises. You eventually manage to crawl out of the inn as the fighting continues, but at least I get one diplomacy. So I learned my lesson. Do things sneakily behind their back. Don't confront people. Certainly that did not go as planned. Say my wife. Did I let her out? I let her out. That was the woman who was imprisoned. I was thinking for a second, like, why did I leave her out? But yeah, I did left her out. Okay. Maybe we had some mercy with her somehow. After 100 years under the King of Germany, the Duchy of Mecklenburg is no longer considered to be Pomerania. I see. Interesting. Should we throw a feast? I think it might be about that time again. Hold a summer fair. That's nice to be in May. Yeah, let's do a summer fair in May. March, April. There we go, May, holding a summer fair. I've given the order for a summer fair should be held in Würzburg. The peasants should be happy. Indeed, they should be. My liege, the people of Pavia have prospered. There are people in Frankfurt here sieging. What is the conflict about? Defending against his revocation of Frankfurt. I see. Okay, wants to make Frankfurt a city again. I have invited a monkey trainer to the summer fair, and the performance went well until one of the monkeys refuses to ride on top of a pig. The trainer beat the monkey with a stick, which led the other monkeys to attack the trainer, biting him and hitting him with his own sticks. I mean, that is hilarious. Should somebody do something? I become stressed, or there's your money, I don't ever want to see you here again. I think I will pay for him. Special fight again. Well, she is masterful steward, certainly. It's a shame that they're too old to have children. What does this say here? Slept a drunk in a church. What's the... My friend Johann, you have to tell me that story. I'm interested. The jester who performed during the summer fair ran around in his silly hat with bells. Before I knew it, it hit me with the bottle. Everyone laughed at his jokes rather than his insult. It was rather funny. I mean, I'm not wrathful like that. The peddlers are loading their wares, and the merchants are taking down their stalls. The jugglers, strolling players, and the other entertainers are preparing to leave. The summer fair is over for this year. Gained a bit of prestige. It was a joyous affair. I think people appreciate this sort of relaxed change from the usual pace. Why not? So say I can spread technology, right? With one of those guys here. Culture, technology, spread rate. So we want to upgrade our castles, so let me just consider that for a second. We want to have basically the keep here. The keep here is based on improved keep technology, right? Give me a second, my friend. So improved keep technology. Improved keeps, yeah, this one. It's economic, not culture. So who can spread economic? Probably you. Well, you're getting us so much money. I mean, I could ask you to spread economic tech, right? So here in mines. I could build up the next level of keeps here. But yeah, I think we are still getting you to get the money thing. It's just more valuable for us to let it that way. So you, the king, my liege wants me to vote for him. I think so. Yeah, we have a good relationship overall, I think. No problem from my side. You're a little bit on the too much spending side here, it seems. 22 income only. Like, my income is 14. I'm like not as rich, not as big as you. Being on your liege's council is not always easy. You have a huge amount of work and that needs attention, and there's so much to do. The list seems endless. Just as you're about to give up, Duke Popo of Swabia, he steps through the door and asks if you want any help. As tempting as it might be, he would be in his debt for it. Owing him a favor, he would be very grateful, or know I could manage, and it might become stressful. So we are trying to conquer from him, potentially. Well, let's say I will go ahead and say I could use some help. Why not? I don't mind. Title, revocation, sovereignty, law. I see. Then I would like to then conquer, perhaps not in Württemberg, but perhaps we could then conquer instead here Frankfurt. And I have a weak claim that could be pressed for my courtier, who is the old wife of Andreas, Minden. Yes, I do think that might not be beneficial. I don't know how it works actually. I think, it's my hypothesis, I would just make her independent ruler. She would not be under me unless she already was under me before, essentially. Now, of course, it could be the option that I marry her. I mean, my wife is not faithful. This one looks young and fresh. Requesting a divorce. Plot to kill her. Prison her again. Plot to kill my wife. Let's think about that. So yeah, that should be fairly easy. Let's go with it. Yes, everybody knows the story of how she betrayed us. How's my friend here doing? His wife, my cousin, is in hiding. It's unfortunate. But otherwise he seems stable. He has a seduction focus. Interesting. You know, their realm seems quite stable up there, so they're prospering. I'm happy for them. So how is my sons looking? Actually, I cannot choose their focus anymore now that they are no longer within my domain, but he's dutiful. That's very good. And his brother is educated by the Count of Nuremberg. He doesn't have a focus yet, so he's too young. And my wife is educating our youngest, Karl. Karl, she should maybe consider church career. Seemingly there are no more claims to be made. My co-conspirator Matthias, yes, our spy master is tasked with this. He finds a way that she might be falling from a balcony. I prove it. Let's go. For a lustful guy, you don't have any children. And your wife is young. Well, she's ugly, but I mean, you can sire some bastards, surely. Success. She fell to the ground like a piece of rotten food. Unfortunately, he revealed my involvement, so that is unfortunate. Let's see about that. Let's oh, that was the falling sound. Very scary, actually. Known murderer, -10. I see. Well, my children will probably not like it so much, right? It's like, you killed mommy. But, okay. I have a chance to imprison him, the Nuremberg. Why? He's acted dishonorably towards me. Is that a fact? That he did act dishonorably to me? Now, that my original plan, let me just reiterate, was to marry the former wife of my friend here. Clementina. That was the whole plot. She's too young still to be living a life alone. Certainly she would make a beautiful wife to me. She's not as talented in the administrative things, so she cannot help me as much here. Now I'm more intrigued though, what did my cousin do that warrants me imprisoning him? It's my spy master. That is very concerning. Let's see. If he's plotting against us, fire counselor, revoking title, assigning a guardian, request excommunication. There's no like stop the plot kind of thing, so I don't know if what he's doing that is dishonorable against us. For now, let's let it slide. And for my new wife, we could declare here now a war for the county of Minden, which is currently held by this woman, this young girl actually, against the foggy Thuringian man, who is what? The economic tech. Are you kidding me? This guy is the steward with 3, and you made me the chancellor with 6 at least of it. But I mean, still, like even I am a better steward than he is. This is certainly concerning. But yes, we will probably very much declare this war. He has 3,400 troops, and I have way more. So we can certainly afford it for our wife to have her domain here. The downside is, of course, with regard to our domain holding, so we want to clear that up before. Well, actually, of course, it gives us an opportunity. That my youngest son, you were destined for church service, but it seems like you are now going to be the Baron of Ingelheim. Good luck, my son. I should have maybe married you before, but that's fine. I will assign a guardian to guide you, which will be my trusted chancellor. May he educate you well. And then we will declare war for my wife. The troops up here in the north I will disband, as well as the ones down here in the south. They are too far away from the fray of the action. And please collect here in Würzburg. See if we can catch him before he consolidates, but it seems not. Yes, I have been spending more time with Clementina lately, and though, of course, we did not marry for love. Maybe we didn't. I mean, maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I think she's beautiful, so eternal bliss. We didn't even celebrate our wedding quite fully. I think we might have to do a feast for that. So going here to Thuringia to beat up the troops. Excellent. Then we will split our troops. Well, he still has like way too many men to go too far away. So I will simply leave down here the 900 to siege down the capital, and I will have to hunt down the remainder. Just so that we get started on the sieging. Of course, the war goal is the other thing, but I think having the capital sieged is also very intimidating. Going to Holland. We have friends there. Commentators of Nuremberg has provided me with proof that the Bishop of Würzburg, my court chaplain, is slandering me. I'll keep that for myself. I will keep that information in my pocket. Thank you. If he wants to attack me, that would be great. Otherwise, I will try not to cross the river. And we will also assign a few commanders here. Interesting that I'm not leading the charge. Why is that? Because I'm busy with my job, I suppose. Yeah. And in Berg, we are once again having a fight. They have the advantage of the forest. Very unfortunate, but we have the numerical advantage, so certainly this will be an affair that goes into our favor, even though it will be a bit too tight, more tight than I would have hoped to be. But yes, the fight went our way, and we will then head towards the war goal, see about sieging it also. Aschaffenburg prospers, very nice. Going to Braunschweig probably to try to get them there. Be my suspicion. Let's see. He's going to attack our smaller army. Yes, he wants to. I can see that. Then let's join them. A visitor. You've received a visitor. A monk from the famous great abbey at Cluny. He tells you that the monks there spread much of their days in devoted prayer, and they always mention the names of the most pious Christians in those prayers. If you would demonstrate your immense piety by donating a large sum of gold, okay, I see where this is going, you could be surely among the peasants' prayers. So, I'm a paranoid person, so I find that a little bit of a strange offer. Not overly pious or something. 100 gold for prestige and piety. Show off Cluny. Some low-born, diligent guy. I have the suspicion that I feel like this is a little bit of a scam, to be honest. Yes, I do feel like this is a bit of a scam. I will find some excuse for why I will not be donating 100 gold here. We could afford it, of course, but it's more about the thing. The Swedish invasion of Denmark, I see. Then let's try to siege down the war goal and see what's required here. So quite a lot of troops, so we will do the first siege here quickly by the full amount of the army. Although they're sieging Mainz now. How fast are we sieging? 5.6. How fast are they sieging? 6. Okay, damn. Yeah, let's see where we can go. We need to go basically to Weinsburg, to Worms, and then on the other side of the Rhine we'll cross back up, making a move on my courtier here. So we're not lustful necessarily, but we weren't so lucky with wives in the past. We're tempered though, so I think it's not appropriate, unfortunately for us. Clementina is also pregnant, so apparently we found some other choice somewhere. The pregnancy has caused her to develop unusual tastes. I mean, every woman has unusual tastes, it seems, when they're pregnant here in this game. And we won another battle. Just the final siege of the main war goal is what's really missing for us to actually win this war. So let's really be focused on this now. And wonderful, we gain more technology points. Let's run the game. Let's see about the siege, that it hopefully succeeds. And Ehrenfried, our next son, is born. So Ehrenfried, let's see if your will go. The Turing must deal with the problems on her own. Yes, yes. Very, very similar storylines for all of the pregnancies in this game, unfortunately. So they have 1,000 troops mustered. They're sieging back. So I think it's easy pickings to do these sieges here of the two churches in Petershagen and Minden. Simply because they will give us enough gold to sustain this war. Not that we're lacking gold necessarily. Corresponding with my sister. Family first, yes, yes. Hope you're doing well, sister, back there in England. They're in Babenberg, killing many besiegers. The disease is killing the besiegers. Yes, I think we will make enforcing the demands here. Makes sense. So my wife here, her heir is our son Ehrenfried, of course. Makes sense, and she is directly the kings. So yes, they don't join, unfortunately, our domain, which would make things a bit easier. But that's okay. So Minden will be under the king for now. Maybe he will assign the vassal. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he signed it to the archbishop here. I should always become better, or I'm content. It's actually a good question. I mean, we became a family man. That means I think we have a little bit of a content streak as well. We're temperate, so I think content is definitely in the books, but apparently we didn't become content. So, if we're not content, we could claim Arles here for Werf. This boy, who's my son's something. He's my son's friend, I guess. Bohemia. Could blame Bohemia for him. I don't know if I claim it for like somebody outside here. Like they don't become actually my vassal, I believe, which would make more sense. Declare war on a character. I think there's very little incentive for me to go to war with that kingdom. We had some distant family relation with them also at some point. So that's more. My wife can worry about things here. And my son here, he's also due to actually inherit, so I was wrong about, of course, now the joke that my son... It's actually nice that all my sons are in line to actually be successful. So Matthias is still... Somehow I can arrest you. I don't know why. That scares me. So we can build up castle walls, which is great, and we need just castle walls to get the next building. And of course my wife became pregnant again. Seems like we're celebrating. So all my sons are really well taken care of, and having 4 sons is also rather interesting. Genoese war for the coast of Provence is still raging on here, or again raging on rather. I would like you to join for a small gathering of friends. I see. I see also that you have expanded to include Cologne. I don't see why not. So of course I will come. My acquaintance was burned at the stake. It's good tradition to have gossip around the pregnant women, so yeah, we'll spend some money, although I'm wondering why she doesn't spend her own money. She's now, after all, her own woman. Doesn't have much. Maybe I should send her some. Yes, I think I will. Send her a gift. 60 gold. I can spare 60 gold. Let's even send her 2 gifts. Yeah. Okay, then. Oh no. Oh, for a second I thought we had the king expire again, but no, it's just some woman. So no worries. I'm gonna call the episode here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.